I have seriously been thinking how I can help people, especially during this time while this whole global threat is going on. So many people are losing their jobs. So many people are not sure what to do. So many people have ideas or opportunities or side hustles that they are doing that they would love to take online. They're trying to do it. Maybe they've even tried for years and it's not working. They can't figure out what to do, or they don't know what to do. They don't even realize it's an option. So I have been building business for so many years. I have helped hundreds and hundreds of people hit 6 and 7 figure incomes. And I have trained thousands of people in over 55 countries. I have been doing this for a long time. I know how to help people be successful. And I've been so busy in the business that I've been creating that it's been fun. It's been fulfilling. That's what I've been doing. But the reality is, as I see what's going on, and I start having friends and other people come to me as I see what they're needing, and people are wanting what I've been giving to the people that I'm working with, my clients. They are needing it. They're wanting it. And I am excited to show you this for a couple of reasons. Number 2, because that's my passion. I am so excited to help you find success and give you hope that, look, you can do this. This is something you actually can do. I don't care who you are. You guys, I have worked with people who are super shy, super quiet, don't want to talk to anyone. I've worked with people who are very outgoing. I've worked with people who have crazy limiting beliefs that stop them from taking almost any action you can even imagine, all the way up to people who are go-getters and driven. And I'll tell you this, I know how to help you. And I know that the principles that I'm going to teach you here absolutely work, and they are a simple step-by-step way to go in the direction you want to go. So I'm excited that you're here with me. In this training, we're just doing the 7 biggest mistakes that small business owners make when trying to take their business online. Now, I'm assuming that you already have an idea. If you don't have an idea or a thing that you want to do, you don't know the thing, well, those are other trainings that I do, and hopefully we'll be able to get that message to you as well. But I am just telling you that if you know what it is that you want to share, I don't care if you don't even know how to get it out there. If you know that this is the thing that you're good at, you're awesome at this. You guys, I have a friend who she was widowed at a pretty young age, and it was a very traumatic experience. It was really hard. And over the years, she has become friends with people in that community who are also widowed. She has met lots of people. She's tried dating online. She's done all kinds of things. Well, guess what? It's several years later, and now she is coaching people who are widowed and trying to date. That is what she's doing. She's discovered she's very good at it. She's been working with people for years for free. She helps people and she sees them get results. She knows how to do this. So you guys, I don't care what it is. There's somebody online. He has a website where he has people come in who want to go on trips to go hunt down Bigfoot, tours to go look for Bigfoot. And he makes 5 figures a month, more than 5 figures a month. You guys, whatever it is that you are excited about, the thing that you want to do, you can make it work. You have to be able to give somebody a result. And I'm going to show you some of the step-by-step things that you need to be doing that will get you going in the right direction. And every single one of these things are game changers. I'll just tell you this right now. The stuff I'm telling you here, these are some of the sexiest, some of the most powerful things that when I teach them to my clients, it changes the game for them. All of a sudden, they either have epiphanies, they start seeing different results, they start to win, and they start to win big. So I want to share these with you. The first one is that they don't know who their customer is. This seems way too simple. A lot of times people think, what? Well, I know who my customers are. I know, especially if you already have something that you've been selling. Well, I know who my customer is. Well, I'll tell you this. This is one of the biggest mistakes. And I would invite you, as you listen to the 7 biggest mistakes that I'm going to share with you, that you don't look at this going, oh, I've heard that already. Because I promise you, you will not grow if that is what you do. I want to invite you to look at this and go, how can I implement this differently? if I've tried this already and I think I've heard this before, but it hasn't worked for me, maybe there's a tweak that I can learn that will change everything. You guys, some of the clients that I work with, we will tweak. I'll ask them. I'll say, okay, these things that I taught you to say to your clients, and this is how I taught you what I taught you to do in the close. Is this what you're doing? And they'll say, yes, yes, I'm doing exactly that. I'm saying this. I'm using that script. I'm doing the stuff. And I'll say, okay. And we'll get to a point where I'll think, okay, I cannot figure out why you're not seeing success if this is what you're doing, because I know this will work and I know the kinds of results we see. So I'll say, okay, do it with me. Show me what that looks like. And they'll do it with me, and immediately I'll see 1, 2, or 3 things. I'll see different things that they are doing that are completely changing it. I'm saying, no, no, no. When you do that part, you've got to be looking in my eyes. You've got to be looking in my eyes, and you've got to be thinking about me as the customer. I have to matter more to you than anyone else right now. And when you just said that, you sound like you're worried about what you're going to say next. You guys, I know how to help people do this. So keep your mind open. And if it's something that you think you've heard before, I want you to listen to it and listen for ways that I'm telling you differently, than even a little bit differently than maybe what you've done before. Okay. So number 1, they don't know who their customer is. This is what most people do. Most people say, okay, this is how you define your target market. First of all, you look at your current customers and you look at that base, and you look at who your customers are. Who are your current customers right now, and why do they buy from you? Okay, that's great. It's not necessarily bad. The next thing they'll say is, now go check out your competition. Go see what your competition is doing, and kind of watch all of that. They'll say, analyze your product or service. Look at your products or services and see if it's the thing that your client needs. Then they'll say, choose specific demographics to target. Let's decide, do you want 50 and older? Do you want 50 and under? Do you want, male, female? Do you want people who live in this area? All of these things can be helpful, but that is not you knowing who your target market is. They'll say, okay, consider the psychographics. That actually is more important than almost any of the other stuff. They'll say, okay, now evaluate your decision and look at additional resources, all of these things. I'll just tell you right now that this is actually what you need to do, because you are in one of 2 situations. You, number 1, either have a product or service that you're already ready with, or number 2, you have, or you don't. You don't have one. You have one or you don't. That's it. You have one of 2 choices. Now you've got to decide who your dream client is, whether you've already got a product or not. I don't care if you've already been selling, because I know people, I've worked with people, and I have been this person who has worked and worked and worked thinking I'm working with my dream client, because my dream client, of course, is the person who is buying my product, right? No, your dream client is the person you want to work with, that you can't wait to wake up in the morning to go work with these people. And I can tell you right now, I've worked with a lot of people, including me, who have created a business, and I'm working with a whole group of people who it gets to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to go to work today because I have to deal with that. That is not your target audience. That's not your dream customer. Your dream customer is the person you choose. So what you need to do is you need to first of all think, what is the result I want to get people? Because usually you have a thing that you're passionate about. Whatever that thing is that you're passionate about, what's the result I want to get them? I want to get them, like my friend, I want to get them dating in a healthy, confident way after they've been widowed. That's what I want to give. I want to make sure that my clients have the best gear to go camping when they are going out hunting. Whatever it is that you do, if you're a chiropractor or a doctor, I want to make sure that my clients' backs are pain-free. I want to eliminate pain from their life. Whatever. What is the result you're trying to give them? That does not tell you who your dream client is, but it's a start. Now you decide who is the person I want to give that result to. And I'll tell you the biggest trick, and it's actually a super simple thing, but you actually have to commit that you're going to sit down and do it. And this is not just, a freebie training, and I'm just going to tell you a few things. We're giving you assignments. All 7 of these different mistakes that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you assignments because I want you to be successful. I want to see you having results and changing your own game. because you took the time, your precious time, to listen to this training. Now, you need to know what your clients or your customers, the people you're going to be serving, you need to know what their pains are and what their desires are. And I'll tell you right now, that is the most important thing that you can ever know about your client or your customer. You've got to know their pains. You've got to know their desires. So first, you're going to write down, and this is one of your action items. I want you to write down a list of the character traits that you love in the people that you work with. And one way you can do that is you can look at your existing base, but think about the one customer that you love the most, the one that you can't wait to hear from. When they call you, when they get on the phone, when you get an email from them, when you get a question from them, you get a smile on your face. Like, it's Henry. I love him. What is it about that person that makes you so excited to work with them? Because I can tell you right now, my list, I have the list of the people I do want to work with and the type I don't want to work with. Well, the stuff that's on my don't want to work with is whiners, complainers, people who blame and make excuses for everything. Those are people that are not my dream client. I would love to help them. If they watch my stuff and it helps them, great. That's why I'm putting out free content all the time. But that's not my dream client. That's not the person I'm going to target with my marketing. That's not the person I want to spend 80% of my time in my business working with. And if I put out free content to help those people so they can get over their limiting beliefs, they can get maybe to a place where now they become someone who's ready for me to help them. But until they're ready, that's not necessarily the person who's going to be my client. You need to decide what that looks like. I want you to write a list of all of the character traits that you like and the things that they do. I don't care what it is. And the things that they don't do. Hello, if you're a hairdresser, it might be that you love working with blondes because you're really, really good at highlighting blondes. But dark hair is not your favorite. It doesn't matter. You pick whatever is your favorite. And depending on what you are offering, it's going to be different for each of you. But it's got to be exactly what you want, what you love. You can't be going off of what other people tell you it should be, because you'll end up waking up one day like many successful, really successful business people have, multimillionaires waking up and going, I don't even want to go to work. I got to start all over because this is not even fun. I'm teaching you how to set it up the right way, right from the beginning, so that it will always be fun. So you've got to know who they are. You've got to figure that out. Do that action item. The other thing you have to do is you have to know their pains and you have to know their desires. What are the pain points? What are the things that keep them up at night, that they can't stop worrying about, that stresses them out? What are the things that are super frustrating for them, super hard, that they're sick and tired of? What are those things? You've got to know what they are. And then you've got to know what their desires are. What are their dreams? What are their hopes? What are the things that matter to them? Why are they doing what they're doing? For me, one of the things on my list for my dream clients is they absolutely want to help people. They want to serve. When I get a client who's in it just for the money, of course the money is exciting. Of course that's fun. And guess what? We know how to help you make a crazy lot of that. But that you get to a point where you make enough money, pretty soon, it's not the money that drives you anymore. You don't need any more money. It's always exciting. It's fun to have the next goal. I'm always someone who has crazy big goals and I always reach them. It might take me longer than I originally planned because I'm a crazy, excited, driven person, but we always reach it. But you know what? If we can't do it in a way that changes people's lives, that is adding value, that is serving people, then what's the point? What's the point? That doesn't fulfill me. And I need to work with clients who that's how they feel, that it matters to them. That doesn't mean that money isn't the first reason you're doing it. Sometimes you're in survival mode. You're like, dude, I need to provide for my family and I'm in that place right now. So right now I am in this for the money. That's okay. There are times, there are seasons, and that's fine. But the real core behind why you choose what you want to do, it's got to be because you know you can change people's lives. And whatever that looks like. It doesn't matter to me. I work with people with brick and mortar. I work with people who are just doing e-commerce. I work with people who are trying to build their business online. I work with network marketers. I work with people across the board, but it's got to be my dream client. And my dream client will find me. This is something that will either resonate with you or you'll go, hey, she's not my people. She's not the type of person that I enjoy listening to, that I connect with, that I want to work with. So that is what you need to do when you're trying to figure out who you're going to be working with. Those are the keys. So your 2 assignments, I want you to make sure that you write down your dream client, the pros and the cons, the positives, the negatives, things you don't want to work with, things you do want to work with. And then I want you to write down, make a very solid list of the desires and the pains of the people that are your dream clients. What are the real desires? What are the real pain points? And you have already started your business in a much more powerful place than most people ever even get to. There's a reason that there are some people who hit the top 1% of the income brackets in the world. I know how to help you do that. So start by starting the right way.